Hello there, I'm Nerobax, and welcome to the Singapore Grand Prix. Once again, 1-2 quali. Easy confidence, we'll be doing a one-stopper, soft to medium, which means we'll be running standard for the whole race. And that's it basically, we're ready to go.
There's a very open... And this is it! The Singapore Grand Prix!
As we see, most teams are on
And
reds,
it's lights
a couple
out,
on yellows.
and away we go!
I assume most teams are doing the same thing we are. Well, it looks like we had a good start there. We got away properly. And we'll just see if we can eke out that little gap that we... So, tire, we have neutral and balanced as we are losing fuel delta. But even so, we should be okay here by just speeding things along. We should be able to retain this this gap here. Boone is kind of getting left behind, but with DRS now activated, he should be able to maintain.
DRS is currently
We had a safety car already, so let's just go harvest here and see just what happened.
There's a big crash.
Battle has had an accident. Is he the only car that has been involved, or is it someone else? We'll have to just wait and see.
On the track. Here's
Seems
the
to be
replay.
Vessel alone.
Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
Straight into the wall. Pretty standard. All things considered, which makes me sound like an asshole, but I'd say pretty standard crash, all things considered. And we're just going to allow the ERS to get properly charged here. Just run it like this under the entire safety car. And then we'll hopefully get clean away.
Safety car will be in this lap. Confirm.
Means we go push and we go deploy. And we just speed things along here. Because I don't think anyone will be able to overtake us under the restart here. And we are good. The gap has been reinstated. And generally things are looking very good here. Go back to neutral. We can burn off a little bit of fuel. We have some left under the safety car. So we'll just allow that to progress.
Stay firm on DRS.
Now in terms of the grid here, Paris is down in 12th, Verstappen 3rd, Russell 3rd, Port fighting, and Ocon in 10th. The Ferraris are 6th and 9th. Magnussen in the Alpha in 5th, but actually impressive. Gasly 7th in Alpine, Norris 8th, and well, it's gonna be interesting to see what happened here. Multiple cars have crashed. Luckily it's none of ours, but again, safety car. Conserve and harvest, and we'll see just who has crashed at this time. Schumacher and Ricciardo. And everyone has decided to pit. Actually, so I'm assuming that they're pitting for hards.
Ricciardo involved here.
I'm planning to go to the end of the race on those. Oh yeah, that's
There's the collision. It's caused absolute.
that's not a good one. That's actually kind of rough. Yeah, as I assume here, assuming everyone that has pitted here has went to hards. And I'm basically planning to, you know, not pit again during this race is what I would assume. But we'll have to wait and see. It should still be okay.
The safety car will be in this lap.
Copy.
Deploy, push, push, and deploy. And we're ready to restart. Magnus up in 3rd. We have our gap here. We can still push the fuel a little bit because, again, laps under the safety car. And I think we'll push the fuel for one more lap and then we'll go ahead and put it down to balanced again. We'll be okay.
Use DRS.
Now we are reinstating that gap. Well, we were 5 seconds, but this hurts a lot. Pitting just a couple laps off the safety car. The AI should have just pitted under, like, lost position on the safety car then instead, because this is just going to hurt them even more. Even if they decided to go into mediums.
That was a stonking lap.
Now, as you see, Bottas has actually managed to eke out a very decent gap here on those mediums. And how quickly is he running? He's running a decent amount quicker than Verstappen, 6/10. He's going to be able to eke out a huge advantage and keep this going, 5/10. Yeah, pitting on those should not be a problem. The mediums are just that much quicker. Because I don't think Bottas should be able to, you know, outrun Sainz and Verstappen with his current car. So that is an interesting one for sure. We're currently at our optimal pit stop lap, but we're going to take advantage of these softs and just run them a little bit longer. We do not have a complete pit window, but again, it's Bottas, so he'll still be fine to pit. We'll come out behind him, but he will also have to pit before the end of the race. But again here, I'm thinking just running these softs a little bit more into the ground. That way we have extra tire life if we should need it later. So I still think it's okay. We're probably going to pit around 35 maybe. We get Doohan in this lap. Get Piastri in on the next one. That should work just fine for us. If we want to delay by 1, there we are. And now we can just allow things to continue. So Doohan will be pitting this lap, and Piastri on the next one. 2.4 for Doohan. And as you can see, he came out third behind Bottas. And we'll have to see now if we can actually hunt down Bottas in time, and we shouldn't have a problem with that. Because as you can see, he will definitely have to pit. We're at the halfway point, and his mediums are reaching the 50% mark. So we'll have to see how if we can keep our mediums alive as well. Because we don't want them to, you know, completely pull off towards the end. But in general here, I'm not too worried about Bottas here. I'm actually kind of impressed that he is almost managing to eke out a full pit stop here compared to the rest of the grid. Still running, he's actually running slower now than Verstappen, which is worrisome. He's still running quicker than, well, some of them, so I assume DRS plays a huge part in whether they will catch him or not. But if he can stretch this stint just a little bit longer, he'll be in a great position towards the end.
Just gained by Williams.
As you can see, Doohan and Piastri have both got up to Bottas here. They've both gotten past. I've decided to up the fuel usage for Piastri a bit, conserve on Doohan, just so that they can get a little bit closer to each other, and we'll just allow them to run like that towards the end of the Grand Prix. Because again, it's mainly due to if they overtake each other, they gain development. So it's a leveling thing really, more than anything else. Now, Ocon's still last, Russell is 14th, so Bottas has now pitted, he's down to 8, so it did hurt quite a lot. But on the other hand, he's on the softs, so honestly, Bottas race is going to be the most interesting one to watch. He is losing out against us, but how is he looking against the people around him? And as you can see, Bottas is catching up to Norris, and honestly here, I would assume that Norris is just going to allow Bottas to get past and basically put him in charge of that train. But he's running out of time, which is his main concern here. There's only laps to go. There's still plenty of tire life, there's still plenty of fuel. We might as well start pushing a bit here so we can get some of it used. And I actually forgot to check if we got the Monza record now I think about it, but we'll check afterwards. So Leclerc's now down in 8th. That's a bit of a concern, honestly. The McLarens have become powerful enough now that they can challenge, you know, the Ferraris. Alpine is getting up there. Things are going to get interesting towards the end of the season, really. Now, we are getting close to the end of the race. Bottas here might actually be able to catch up to Gasly if he has some good laps here. But looks like he'll be doing a different fight instead. Now, we are going to be going for fastest lap, like a super fast lap towards the end. So, stack, deploy, stack, deploy. I'll see who comes out of top here during this last lap of ours. And there we are. Piastri 1, Doohan 2nd. And we have a very interesting grid here.
Okay, and second flag.
Bottas almost caught up to Verstappen. Verstappen got completely destroyed there towards the end. You can see Verstappen lost out. Sainz went up to third. Gasly fourth. And again, a very good race from McLaren. It ends up with, well, Piastri gaining a little bit of Doohan, but Doohan is still far ahead. We'll probably clinch this season 2 unless he has some unlucky DNFs, but we'll have to see there. In terms of constructors, no big changes. Ferrari takes over Mercedes, so it'll be a bit interesting to see how this goes towards the end. Red Bull is kind of been detached here in the fight. They're actually down to 4th, so they've had a bit of a fall from grace. McLaren, Alpine, they've been doing well. With that, thank you for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.